CIET NCERT presents audiobook Purvi, Textbook of English for Grade 7.
Page number 109. Paper boats. Let us do these activities before we read. Activity 1. Read the questions given below. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Question 1. What comes to mind when you think about paper boats? Question 2. What do you think someone might hope for when they send a paper boat down a stream? Question 3. Read the title of the poem, Paper Boats, and predict what the poem might be about. Activity 2. Read the given paragraph and match the highlighted words with their meanings given in the box below. The words are loading, speedily flowing, swelling, putting, bouncing. I love to play beside a 1. Running stream at a short distance from my grandparents' house. I love to see it. 2. Skipping along to join a river. On the river, I can see boats with 3. Bulging sails moving swiftly. Some of them take the people from one shore to the other, while in some of them people can be seen. 4. Lading things too. I can spend hours watching the busy river and dreaming about them. 5. Burying my head in my pillow at night. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of a stream flowing, wherein some paper boats are floating. Page number 110. Let us read. Day by day, I float my paper boats one by one down the running stream. In big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live. I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little boats with shoe leaf flower from our garden and hope that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to land in the night. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting the white bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them, and the lading is their baskets full of dreams. This poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. At the bottom of this page, the river is flowing where the paper boat is carrying some shoe leaf flowers. Page number 111. Let us discuss. Exercise 1. Choose the correct words from the brackets to complete the summary of the poem given below. The poet sends paper boats down a dash stream oblique river each day, writing his name and the name of his dash school oblique village on them. He hopes that someone in a dash strange oblique familiar land will find them and know who he is. The poet fills his boats with dash rose oblique shoe leaf flowers from his garden, hoping they will be safely carried to another land at dash night oblique morning full stop. As he launches his boats, he imagines that dash clouds oblique birds in the sky are like friends racing with his boats. At night, he dreams that his paper boats continue to dash swim oblique float under the midnight stars, with the fairies of sleep sailing in them, their baskets full of dash dreams oblique fruits. Exercise 2. Choose the correct option for the following. The theme of the poem is dash. The options are innocence, imagination, ignorance, playfulness, travel. Now, you have to pick the following options. Option 1, 2 and 3. Option 3, 4 and 5. Option 1, 4 and 5. Or option 1, 2 and 4. Exercise 3. Identify whether the following statement is true or false. The setting of the poem is a natural outdoor environment. Exercise 4. Complete the following sentence by choosing the correct word given within the brackets. The tone is dash, and the words given in the brackets are sad and serious, oblique, gentle and wishful. And the mood is dash. The words given in the brackets are thoughtful, boring. Exercise 5. Identify the examples of alliteration from the poem. Exercise 6. Fill in the blanks with suitable words from the poem. The repetition of words dash and dash emphasizes the passage of time. The poet uses imagery like dash and dash to create a clear picture in the minds of the readers. Page number 112. Exercise 7. Match the descriptions in column 1 with what they symbolize in column 2. The description given in column 1 is: Point 1. The child's innocence, dreams, hopes, and messages sent out into the world. The point 1 in column 2 is midnight stars. Point 2 in column 1 is purity, beauty, and the start of a new day. Point 2 in column 2 is paper boats. The third point in column 1 is the vast universe and the child's dreams continuing through the night. The third and the last point in column 2 is surely flowers. Let us think and reflect. Exercise 1. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. Extract 1. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them, and the lading is their baskets full of dreams. Question 1. Select the option that is most likely to be the speaker as per the extract. Now here, 4 different images are provided that describe different sleeping positions. In figure A, the person is in a fetal position, lying on one side with arms bent and pulled close to the chest. Legs are also bent, curled up towards the torso. This position looks snug, protective, or emotionally secure, typical of someone seeking comfort. Image B. The person is sleeping on their back. The legs are straight. The arms are resting on the chest. This is also called the soldier position. Image C. The person is sleeping on their stomach with both hands pulled forward and the face buried in the pillow. The fourth and the last image displays a sleeping position wherein both legs are bent towards the right, one arm is raised above the head. Question 2. What can be inferred about the speaker's feelings when night comes? Question 3. What kind of beings are the fairies of sleep imagined as? Select the most appropriate option. The options are mischievous, gentle, fearsome, playful. Page number 113. Question 4. Fill in the blank by selecting the correct option from those given in the brackets. The phrase, lading is their baskets full of dreams, suggests that the speaker imagines the fairies of sleep carefully, dash. Options given in the brackets are carrying his dreams, collecting his wishes in their baskets. Exercise 2. Answer the following questions. Question 1. Why do you think the poet writes his personal details on the paper boats? Question 2. The poet talks about the imagination of a child. Support this view with examples from the poem. Question 3. How does the poet bring together imagination and reality to make the poem more interesting? Let us learn. Exercise 1. The poet has used phrases like blooms of the dawn and fairies of sleep in the poem. In the same way, we can create phrases. Now, select words from column 1 and column 2 and combine them with of. Write as many phrases as possible in column 3. An example has been done for you. Now the words given in column 1 are wings, waves, dreams, songs, glimmers, cries, tears, roars, and shadows. The words provided in column 2 are the birds, the wind, the evening, the children, the rain, the stars, the thunder, the ocean, and the clouds. Now, the example provided in column 3 is wings of the wind. Page number 114. Exercise 2. The poet uses words like dawn, night, and midnight to show different parts of the day. The box given below has some more words. Write the words in the appropriate columns. The words provided in the box are twilight, dawn, dusk, sunrise, noon, daybreak, nightfall, sunset, midnight, sun up, forenoon, sundown, noontime, nighttime, noonday, and midday. Now segregate these words in different columns titled as morning, afternoon, evening, night. Exercise 3. Match the words from the text given in column 1 with their opposites in column 2. The words provided in column 1 are strange, dawn, launch, bulging, float, and lading. The words provided in column 2 are halt, emptying, sink, dusk, ordinary, and shrinking. Let us listen to a conversation between a girl and her father about the art of paper folding called origami. As you listen, select the true statements from 1 to 7. Transcript for the teacher on page number 137. Page number 115. Statement 1. Sai was trying to make an origami boat. Statement 2. Sai's father used to do origami as a child. Statement 3. Paper was very expensive, so it was used only for special occasions. Statement 4. People have been making paper cranes for thousands of years. Statement 5. There is a belief that if you make 1,000 paper cranes, your wish will come true. Statement 6. The art of origami is about enjoying the process. The seventh and the last statement is, Sai's father suggests making a paper bookmark next time. Let us speak. Create any craft item using eco-friendly materials. Make a presentation in front of your classmates and teacher about the craft item you have made. Your presentation should include the following information: introduction of the item, description of how you made it, reason why you like the craft, and conclusion. Use the phrases given below to make your presentation. The phrases are: today I'm going to show you a dash I made. This is made of dash. You can talk about the materials here. It's dash. You can describe the color, shape, or size. It can be used to dash. First, I started by dash. Then, I used dash to. Here you can talk about the tool or material you have used. The most difficult part was to dash. This dash is special to me because I hope you enjoyed seeing my craft and learning about it. Thank you for your attention. On the right-hand side of this page, there is a picture of a bird made with different leaves. It looks absolutely beautiful. Page number 116. Let us write. A diary entry is a personal document. It records an individual's account of a day of her or his life, expressing the thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the individual's mind. The guidelines to compose a diary entry include mentioning day, time, date of writing it, beginning with a general sentence describing the day of feelings towards an event or experience, giving details, and concluding with a final remark. Now, write a diary entry expressing your joy experiencing a rainy day. You may begin as given. On the left-hand side, mention the date. In the same line, but on the right-hand side, mention the time, as provided here, like 6:30 p.m. Coming back to the left-hand side in the next line, mention the salutation, Dear Diary, followed by the content from the next line onwards. It was quite humid today. On my journey back from school, I wished that it would rain, and it did. Let us explore. Activity 1. Shuli flowers often find a mention in Rabindranath Tagore's poems. These flowers are found in many parts of our country. Look at the pictures of Shuli flowers and recall what you call them in your language. First, find out names of some more trees or plants in your locality which have fragrant flowers. Write their names in your language and the English language. Draw any two flowers and color them. On the left-hand side of this page, a picture of Shuli flowers is given. Page number 117. Activity 2. Solve the riddles given. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Now, here, a boy is trying to guess the riddle. Riddle 1 is, I have water that you cannot drink. People come to see how in me the sun sinks. I can be rough, I can be calm. I hold within myself plenty of charm. My depths tell a never-ending tale. Who am I with dolphins and the whale? Riddle 2. Here, a girl is trying to guess the riddle. The riddle is, I sit in stillness but move with the wind. My surface mirrors the world you're in. The trees around me live happily. In me, you can take a dip daily. Home to ducks, frogs, fish and all. Can you guess what I am after all? Riddle 3. Here, another boy in a green shirt is trying to guess the riddle. And the riddle is, I gently travel through valleys deep. My soft murmur can make you sleep. Little paper boats float on me in rain. The merry laughter of the kids I gain. You may sit beside me without any fear. Who am I who skips along crystal clear? Here, the fourth and the last riddle. A girl in a beautiful dress is trying to guess this one. I have a bed, but I do not sleep. I have a bank, but no money I keep. I carry stories, old and new, high mountains to the ocean's blue. I journey far to meet the sea. Can you guess who I can be?
Purvi, you were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of English for Grade 7. Narration, Neha Beniwal. Sound recordist, Manju Kumari. Production assistant, Amarjeet Sarkar. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.